The average American wastes 4 years of their life learning things they will forget in less than 48 hours. Think about that for a second. 4 years of your existence, gone. Every late-night study session, every highlighted page, every cup of coffee consumed at 3 a.m., all evaporated into thin air. If you feel like your brain is a leaking bucket, it's not because you aren't smart enough. It's because the system lied to you. We were taught how to attend school, but we were never taught how to actually learn. Most of what you think is studying is actually just a sophisticated form of procrastination that leaves you exhausted and empty-handed. But what if you could change the game? What if you could turn your brain into a high-speed hard drive that retains information effortlessly? Today, I'm going to show you the 3-step scientific framework to rewire your brain, stop the leak, and master any skill 3 times faster without ever pulling another all-nighter. If you want to stop surviving and start mastering, stay with me until the end, because the last 2 minutes will change how you look at your own potential forever. Let's start with a brutal reality check, the black hole of memory. Have you ever spent 3 hours reading a chapter, highlighted half the page in neon yellow, and felt like a genius, only to realize the next morning you couldn't explain a single concept to a friend? Psychologists call this the illusion of competence. When you reread your notes or look at a highlighted sentence, your brain recognizes the information. "Oh, I've seen this before," it says. But recognition is not the same as mastery. Mastery is the ability to retrieve that information from the darkness of your mind when you don't have the book in front of you. By highlighting and rereading, you are essentially tricking your brain into feeling productive while doing the neurological equivalent of staring at a wall. Your brain is a survival machine, not a filing cabinet. It is designed to delete useless information to save energy. This process is called synaptic pruning. If you don't prove to your brain that a piece of information is vital for your survival, it will prune it away while you sleep. To beat the pruner, we have to use the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. In any subject, 20% of the core concepts produce 80% of the results. The problem is, most of us spend 100% of our time on the 80% of details that don't matter. This is where we start working smarter.
Now, let's talk about the first major upgrade to your mental software, the Feynman Technique 2.0. You've probably heard of the original version, explain a concept to a 5-year-old. It's a classic, but let's be honest, it's 2024, and most of us don't have 5-year-olds just hanging around to listen to us talk about quantum physics or digital marketing. This is where we leverage the power of artificial intelligence. I call this teaching the AI. Instead of just reading a PDF, take a complex paragraph and feed it into an AI like ChatGPT or Claude. Then tell the AI, "I am going to explain this concept back to you. I want you to act as a world-class mentor and find the gaps in my logic. If I use jargon or get a step wrong, stop me." This forces you into active output. When you have to articulate a thought, your brain builds stronger neural pathways. It's the difference between watching a movie about a chef and actually standing in a kitchen trying to cook a 5-course meal. You don't know what you don't know until you try to explain it. If you're finding this, once you've identified the core 20% of the knowledge, like trying to eat a week's worth of food in one sitting, you're just going to get sick and none of it will be absorbed. The secret is active recall paired with spaced repetition. But let's make it practical for a busy life. You don't need to be glued to a desk. I use active recall while I'm at the gym or driving. I'll ask myself a high-level question about something I learned that morning. What are the 3 main drivers of inflation? Or how does a React component lifecycle work? If I can't answer it out loud, I know I haven't mastered it.
The science here is fascinating. There's something called the forgetting curve. Your memory of new information drops off a cliff within hours. To flatten that curve, you need to interrupt the forgetting process just as you're about to lose the info. This is the desirable difficulty principle. The moment you struggle to remember something, that "it's on the tip of my tongue" feeling is exactly when your brain creates the strongest connections. If it's too easy, you aren't learning. If it's impossible, you're just frustrated. You want to hit that sweet spot of struggle. Tools like Anki or specialized Notion templates are great for this, but even simple flashcards work. The key is to review the info on a 1, 3, 7, 30-day schedule. By the time you hit day 30, that information isn't just a memory, it's part of your identity. But even the best software won't run on broken hardware. Let's talk about your brain's physical environment. In America, we have a toxic hustle culture that tells us sleep is for the weak and caffeine is a food group. This is scientifically illiterate. Information is not stored while you are studying, it is consolidated while you are sleeping. During deep sleep, your hippocampus, the brain's temporary loading dock, transfers data to the neocortex for long-term storage. If you study for 10 hours and sleep for 4, you are effectively throwing half of your work into the trash can. And then there's the Starbucks effect. Why do so many of us feel more productive in a bustling coffee shop than in a silent library? It's because of ambient noise. A moderate level of background noise, around 70 decibels, actually triggers a bit of disfluency in our processing, which forces our brains to think more creatively and deeply. If you're at home, try using brown noise or lo-fi beats. And please, for the love of your future self, put your phone in another room. Every time your screen lights up with a TikTok notification, it takes your brain an average of 23 minutes to return to a state of deep work. You aren't multitasking, you are context switching, and it is draining your cognitive battery.
For those of you who are working a 9 to 5 and trying to learn a side hustle or a new career skill like coding or marketing, forget the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes isn't enough for an adult brain to reach a state of flow. Instead, try 90-minute deep work blocks. This aligns with your brain's ultradian rhythms. Focus intensely for 90 minutes, then take a 20-minute break where you do absolutely nothing related to screens. Go for a walk, stare at a tree, or do the dishes. This diffuse mode of thinking is when your brain subconsciously connects the dots between the ideas you just learned. We've covered a lot, so let's distill this into a formula you can use today. Input through AI-assisted Feynman, process through active recall, and store through spaced repetition. That is the IPS framework. Most people will watch this video, feel a temporary spark of motivation, and then go back to their old habits. They'll go back to the leaking bucket and wonder why they aren't getting ahead. But you aren't most people. You stayed until the end because you're ready to master your own mind. I want to leave you with this. Don't study just to pass a test or to get a certificate. In the modern economy, learning how to learn is the ultimate unfair advantage. It is the only skill that makes every other skill easier. Whether you want to earn more money, learn a new language, or finally understand the complexities of the world, your brain is the engine. Stop treating it like a storage unit and start treating it like a high-performance athlete. If you're ready to commit to this, I want you to do one thing right now. Leave a comment below with one skill or subject you are currently trying to master. Just one. By writing it down, you're telling your brain that this matters. I'll be going through the comments and replying to as many as I can with specific tips for those subjects. And if you want my personal deep work checklist to help you stay focused, check the link in the description. Stop working harder. Start learning better. The world is changing fast, and the future belongs to those who can master new things before the clock runs out. You have the tools, you have the science, and now you have the plan. Go out there and rewire your brain. I'll see you in the next video.